think you know what women want in intimacy, you'll be shocked by the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real relationship insights. When people think about intimacy, the first thing that often comes to mind is a physical attraction. But for women, intimacy goes far beyond physical desire. It's about feeling connected on an emotional, mental, and spiritual level. What women really want isn't just physical passion, but a deeper sense of closeness where they feel safe, cherished, and understood. Many men overlook this truth, thinking intimacy is only about physical expression. In reality, women want reassurance, trust, and emotional presence as much as, if not more than physical closeness. True intimacy starts with emotional connection long before it reaches the bedroom. One of the greatest desires women have in intimacy is emotional security. A woman cannot open up completely unless she feels safe with her partner. There's a sense of safety comes from trust, honesty, and consistent care. When a man listens without judgment, honors her feelings, and respects her boundaries, he creates a safe environment where intimacy can thrive. Without emotional safety, even physical connection can feel incomplete. For women, intimacy isn't just about passion, but about being vulnerable without fear. This vulnerability leads to the kind of closeness that makes a relationship powerful and lasting. Communication is often called the heartbeat of intimacy, and for women, this couldn't be more true. Many women want a partner who communicates openly, not just about daily routines, but about emotions, feelings, and fears. When men practice active listening and respond with empathy, women feel valued and understood. And this is one of the most overlooked truths about intimacy. Women equate meaningful communication with closeness. By expressing thoughts, asking questions, and being transparent, men create a foundation of trust that makes intimacy richer and more fulfilling. Romance plays an essential role in what women really want. Many women appreciate thoughtful gestures, small or big, that show effort and love. Romance isn't limited to grand surprises. Sometimes it's a simple act, holding her hand, planning a date night, or sending a thoughtful message during the day. Romance fuels intimacy because it proves intentionality. Women want to feel desired and appreciated not just at the beginning of a relationship but throughout. When men continue to show romance consistently, women feel cherished, which strengthens both emotional and physical intimacy. For many women, intimacy is deeply tied to emotional presence. This means being fully engaged in the moment without distractions. Women don't just want a partner who's physically there. They want someone mentally and emotionally invested. Presence during intimacy, whether through eye contact, affectionate touch, or simply listening attentively, communicates love and respect. When men are present, women feel seen and prioritized. This type of intimacy allows relationships to grow deeper because it creates a unique connection that cannot be replaced by surface level attention. Respect is another non-negotiable when it comes to intimacy. Women want their boundaries respected, their voices heard, and their choices valued. Respect builds trust, and without it, intimacy quickly breaks down. Many women emphasize that feeling respected makes them more open to deeper connection. This respect extends not only to physical boundaries but also to emotional and mental spaces. A partner who respects her individuality and personal needs shows maturity and care, creating an environment where intimacy can flourish naturally. Another aspect of intimacy that women crave is consistency. Inconsistent behavior, being affectionate one day and distant the next, can create uncertainty and weaken intimacy. Women want partners who show up with love, attention, and care regularly. This consistency reassures them that their relationship is stable and dependable. Intimacy isn't built overnight. It's nurtured through consistent effort, communication, and affection. When men show up in this way, women feel secure, which deepens emotional and physical closeness. For women, intimacy is also about partnership and equality. They want to feel like their partner values their input, supports their ambitions, and respects their individuality. Intimacy grows when both partners share responsibilities, decisions, and dreams together. When women feel like equal partners, they're more likely to open up emotionally and physically. There's a sense of equality creates balance, which strengthens intimacy and prevents resentment. One of the surprising truths about intimacy is that women often want affection outside of the bedroom. A gentle hug, a kiss on the forehead, or a warm embrace after a long day means more than many realize. These small but meaningful gestures create emotional connection and reassure women of their partner's love. Affection that isn't purely sexual communicates genuine care and tenderness. Women wanna know their love for who they're, not just desired for physical intimacy. Women also want emotional depth and intimacy. Physical passion without emotional depth can feel empty over time. Women are more likely to enjoy a physical closeness when it's paired with emotional bonding. This means having conversations that matter, sharing vulnerabilities, and creating memories together. Emotional depth transforms intimacy into something more fulfilling and meaningful, leaving a woman feeling both desired and deeply loved. Trust is the backbone of intimacy. Without trust, it's nearly impossible for women to feel comfortable opening up fully. Trust is built through honesty, transparency, and consistency over time. Women want to know that their partner is dependable, loyal, and committed. When a trust is strong, intimacy feels natural and safe. But when trust is broken, intimacy often suffers dramatically. That's why building and maintaining trust is one of the most essential things a man can do to strengthen intimacy with women. Women want intimacy that isn't rushed but nurtured. Many women value patience in a relationship. They want their partners to take time to understand their needs, desires, and emotions. Rushing to intimacy can make it feel transactional rather than meaningful. When men take the time to slow down and to really connect, women feel respected and cherished. Patience shows care, and care creates intimacy that lasts. Another truth about women's desires and intimacy is that they often want intellectual connection as well. Women are drawn to meaningful conversations, shared ideas, and mental stimulation. When intimacy includes intellectual bonding, it deepens the emotional connection. A partner who can engage in thoughtful conversations shows curiosity, respect, and compatibility. Women often feel closer when they can connect on both emotional and intellectual levels, making the relationship more fulfilling. A spiritual connection is another dimension of intimacy that many women value, whether through shared beliefs, practices, or simply aligning values. Spiritual intimacy gives the women a deeper sense of purpose and unity in their relationships. For some women, praying together, meditating, or simply discussing life's deeper meaning creates a powerful bond. This spiritual intimacy adds depth beyond the physical and emotional, creating a connection that feels unshakable. Humor also plays a surprising role in intimacy. Women often want a partner who can make them laugh and lighten the mood. Humor creates a sense of comfort, joy, and closeness. It also helps diffuse tension and build resilience in relationships. When a man can combine emotional depth with a light-hearted fun, women feel more relaxed and connected. This type of playful intimacy makes relationships feel vibrant and alive. For women, intimacy isn't about perfection but about authenticity. They don't want partners who put on a facade or pretend to be someone they're not. Authenticity creates trust, vulnerability, and openness. Women want to feel that their partner is genuine and sincere in both action and words. This honesty builds an unshakable foundation for intimacy because it creates a relationship based on truth rather than pretense. Emotional validation is another powerful element women want in intimacy. They don't just want to be heard, they want to feel understood. Validation means acknowledging her feelings even if you don't fully agree. It's about showing empathy and compassion rather than dismissing her emotions. When women feel emotionally validated, they feel closer and are more connected. This emotional bond enhances intimacy in every aspect of the relationship. Support is also critical in intimacy. Women want partners who encourage their dreams, stand by them, and challenges and celebrate their successes. Support shows commitment and care, which deepens intimacy. When women feel supported, they feel secure in the relationship. This security creates a space for vulnerability, openness, and passion. Intimacy thrives when both partners lift each other up rather than pull each other down. Another truth is that women want a quality time as part of intimacy. It's not just about being together physically, but about giving undivided attention. Quality time might include cooking together, going for a walk, or simply having deep conversations without distractions. This kind of intentional time strengthens bonds and creates memories. Women often associate a quality time with a love and intimacy, making it one of the most important desires in relationships. Women also want intimacy that evolves with time. In long-term relationships, intimacy can sometimes fade if it's not nurtured. Women appreciate partners who keep things fresh, exciting, and evolving. This might include trying new experiences together, exploring new conversations, or finding creative ways to express love. Evolving intimacy prevents relationships from becoming stagnant and keeps the connection alive. Empathy is another cornerstone of what women want in intimacy. Women value partners who can put themselves in their shoes and understand their perspectives. Empathy creates compassion, which builds stronger emotional connections. Without empathy, intimacy can feel shallow. When men practice empathy consistently, women feel more understood and valued, which makes intimacy far more meaningful. The truth about intimacy isn't what you think. Comment your thoughts, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Physical intimacy is, of course, an important part of relationships, but women want it to be paired with emotional connection. They don't want physical passion without meaning. They want affection that is both tender and passionate. Physical intimacy that stems from love, trust, and respect feels far more fulfilling than intimacy based solely on desire. Women wanna feel not just touched, but truly loved in every sense. Many women also want variety and creativity in intimacy. Routine can sometimes make relationships feel dull. Women appreciate partners who bring creativity and surprise into intimacy, whether through thoughtful gestures, new experiences, or meaningful changes. This creativity shows effort and dedication, making intimacy more engaging and fulfilling. One of the most important truths is that women want intimacy rooted in loyalty and commitment. A woman who feels secure in her partner's loyalty is more likely to open up fully. Commitment provides stability, which strengthens trust and intimacy. Without loyalty, intimacy becomes fragile. Women want to know that their partner isn't just present physically but committed emotionally and mentally to the relationship. In the end, what women really want in intimacy is a balance of emotional safety, trust, respect, communication, passion, and love. Intimacy for women isn't just about physical closeness, it's about creating a holistic connection that includes mind, body, and soul. When men understand these truths and make consistent efforts, relationships flourish in ways that go beyond imagination. Intimacy becomes not just an act but a lifestyle of love, respect, and connection. Thank you for watching. See you soon.